Hello and welcome to all you Cancerians. Welcome for your monthly horoscope for February already, 2015. And what is this month all about? Well, it's one keyword that I'm mentioning to all the other signs as well. It's passion. It's absolutely passion, the desire, the intensity and the enjoyment of that. I'm not saying this because it's Valentine. It is Valentine indeed, but it is the asteroids and the planets that are all pointing towards this one word, which is the passion and the spirit, actually. That's maybe a better word, spirit, because that's the key word, and I'll explain. All this happens into Pisces. There's like an overwhelming almost energy going on of planets and asteroids, all in the sign of Pisces. This is very good for you Cancerians. Why? Because it's a fellow water sign. And water signs are associated with desire. And especially Pisces, because Pisces is about wanting to encounter the ideal. Craving for the ideal, longing for the ideal. This is very Piscean-like, very Neptunian-like as well, if you like. And what is happening now throughout the whole month is that the asteroids Eros is going to conjunct with Psyche, is going to conjunct with Chiron, is going to conjunct with Venus, with Mars, and then later on the sun joins the club, and later on the moon joins the club and makes a new moon there. So it's quite an emphasis on, for you, that all will happen in a very, very positive house, in the 9th house, which I will be talking about in a minute. So this really means that there's not a double whammy, there's a triple whammy almost, you could say, for the keyword of passion. Why is that? Eros is associated with passion and spirit and desire, and Psyche is the soul. So whenever those two come together, it doesn't matter that often in the same sign, it means that body meets soul. Body, mind and soul are all into balance, and this is nice, isn't it? Because quite often we do feel as if our body is not connected with the soul, vice versa. So this is good news. And also Chiron is connected and conjoining Psyche and Eros. So there's also an element of healing going on as well. And then we have Venus and Mars joining together. That hasn't happened. The last time was in April 2013. That Venus and Mars, actually in the same sign, actually also in Pisces, join together. And when Venus and Mars join together, there is balance of the feminine and the masculine. And with balance, I mean there is, at the one hand, the desire, the action, the drive, which is Mars. So there is the longing for something, but at the same time Venus is there. So there is the contentment, the enjoyment. So quite often it means that if you desire something, you will get it. You will get it. And for you, it has to do with 9th house. Yes, it was in Pisces the last time as well. So this is a good energy that deals with this balance between what you want and what you get. You know, sometimes we don't get what we want. And but it is with putting your effort into it, because this is Mars as well. And what is the 9th house? The 9th house is the most divine house. It's the house that makes us connected towards the universe. If you believe in God, it's the house that connects you with God. It's the house of astrology. It's the house of higher knowledge. It's the house of teaching, studying. It's the house of foreigners, of foreign connections. And I think it's the house of publishing as well. So all those areas that I just mentioned are going to have that passionate ingredient there. So what could that be? It could mean that you are going to study again, or you are studying and it becomes very passionate, so you you study a lot and it's like, oh, you feel alive again and you really like what you're studying. It can also mean that you are going to connect more with people from abroad, or if you have a business of your own, or if you work with people from abroad, there could be some passion going on there. Whether it is passion, being just generally passionate about what you're talking about, so sharing a same idea, or being, you know, falling in love with someone from abroad could be that the case as well. And starting a relationship. So if you are single and you want to meet someone, go abroad or have a connection with people from abroad, because most likely that is going to happen with all that energy there in the 9th house. But in general, your connections with abroad will also even have a healing kind of effect, because Chiron is there, also in the mixture. So it would feel a connection that is like, yes, I connect with this person, not only on a mind level, but, you know, on a spirit level, on a body level, yes, I feel very much at ease with this person. This person attracts me on different levels. So that's good. So if you can travel, do so, because you are going to meet people that are going to be, that can be very important for a long time in your life, because they are matching a lot of your energy. And what I just said, the body, mind and the soul are interconnected here and are very much in balance. It can also mean if you are trying to publish something, and this is favored as well. If you are having legal matters, it's also legal matters, the 9th house. There can be a solution, especially when it was difficult in the past, because Mars was already there last month, which is a bit, Mars is a bit arrogant, or could be arrogant, not necessarily, but it could be. And with Venus now there and all the other asteroids there, it could mean that things are going to work out and even heal to some extent with the Chiron there. So maybe not as the solution is not going to be what you wished for, but it's going to be, you know, for both parties reasonable, because Mars and Venus and that kind of energy is there. So, but for a lot of people it will also mean that by just reading a book, by going to something cultural, a world opens up to you, and a new belief system opens up to you. Could be the case as well. That is very much resonating with you and you're feeling very good about it. And your view upon life becomes more passionate, becomes more in balance, and so the lust for life actually is highlighted here during the whole month of February. And for you Cancerians, it's very, very nice, because it's in such a very communicative. Also the internet, 9th house, I associate that also together with the 3rd and the 11th house with internet. So if you are single, connect maybe with someone from abroad, the 9th house. And, you know, your chances are likely that you are going, you know, that this is going to work out. You need to meet them, of course, ultimately. But, you know, it's the start, it's the beginning. So also a new moon in there on the 18th, which is very nice. So go for it. Last thing I want to mention is that the Saturn-Neptune energy is still working. And I talked about that last month. The Saturn-Neptune energy is all about the paradox between the dream and the wish of something coming true, and on the other hand, the reality check. And again, this is in play, and this is in play with your 9th house versus your 5th house, your house of creativity. So if you've got some dreams and visions stimulated by this 9th house now, with all those planets there and all these asteroids there, it could mean that you have this new idea and that you are going to be very, very disciplined and practical about making that happen. Because the 5th house is the house of projects, the house of trying to make something happen. that has to do with your own creative expression. So this is highlighted. It's in attention, but it means that by being very realistic and very day-to-day disciplined in doing things to achieve your goal, you will be fine. So thank you for listening, you Cancerians. Share and if you like, of course, and subscribe if you like. Wishing you a very passionate month, and see you next month. Bye bye.